What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to make this video to explain what I think is true and untrue about the most recent Wowhead article that we've seen posted, which is the most in-demand specs for the Burning Crusade Anniversary Phase 2. Now, I do understand that this is probably something that varies based on server, based on faction, but from my experience trying to lead a guild, trying to lead a raid throughout all of TBC Classic Anniversary so far, I have seen one problem with rostering my raid from Phase 1 all the way into Phase 2. So for me, it stays the same. But before we dive into it, I want to pull it up over here so that you guys can see it. Let me pull it over onto the screen, right? And here we go. Okay, so this was their article. They gave this spreadsheet, you know, showing the percentage of people playing each class and spec. And then obviously number 1 was Enhancement Shaman, Fury Warrior, Retribution Paladin, Resto Shaman, and then Druid Tank. Now, I personally think that this is a little bit off in my, from my experience trying to fill my raids. Obviously, we've been fighting the roster boss since Phase 1. Every week you have like one to three people that kind of drop off. They either get a promotion at work or they just don't want to play anymore, or consumes are too expensive. They stop playing for whatever reason. So I'm pugging a lot of raiders, right? So what tends to happen is we keep ending up in this exact same spot. And that same spot is, for me, here's the thing. Our shamans are good. We haven't lost our shamans yet. So I understand putting like Enhancement Shaman, and I would even put Elemental Shaman up at the top. There's a ton of Resto Shamans from what I've seen and, me building my raid. But if we were to lose our Enhancement or our Elemental, that would be an issue. So at number 1, I would definitely put Enhancement and Elemental Shaman combined together at number 1. And then for number 2, I will have to say Shadow Priest. We just recently recruited a new Shadow Priest, but we have not had a Shadow Priest since like week 4 or 5 of the Burning Crusade, like when it launched, Phase 1. We have been really struggling the entire time to get a Shadow Priest. We finally just recruited one. Not sure how long he's going to stick around, but we'll see, right? So I would put Shadow Priest at a solid number 2. And then for number 3, I would put Boomkins. We are always also looking for a Boomkin. Actually, wait a minute. Boomkin's going to be number 4. Number 3 is going to be Affylox. Affliction Warlock, we've had like 1 or 2 throughout the launch of Phase 1 and up till now. Currently, we don't have one. And finding one for us has been like an impossible feat. Like, we cannot find someone who is like maining Affliction Warlock, which is really detrimental to a raid, right? Especially if you're in a parse run, you need that Affliction Warlock because it just boosts your DPS by so much. We have not been able to find an Affliction Warlock. So that is an issue for us. So number 3 would be Affliction Warlock. So let's just go over the top 3 again, just so you guys are aware. We have Ellie and Enhancement Shaman at number 1. Shadow Priest at number 2. Affliction Warlock at number 3. And then we are going to have our Boomkins at 4, right? Or I guess I would say Boomkin, and then I would also say Dream State, putting in that same category, but not everyone runs a Dream State, so we don't really need that right now. Really, we just need a Boomkin. And we do not have that. We do not have a solid Boomkin. We had a Boomkin. He had some things, IRL stuff come up, so he's not with us right now. But realistically, finding a replacement for him every week has been pretty tough, right? We're really trying to pug whatever we lose for that week until that person comes back, or if it's permanent, we try and find a permanent replacement. But Boomkin has been another one that's been, to me, quite a struggle. And then the next one on the list that I want to talk about would be Prot Warriors. Prot Warrior is the most least played tank in all of the Burning Crusade, and I don't know why. I think Prot Warrior is severely underrated, and I think it's incredibly good. I think that people maybe were told early on or last TBC or whatever, they looked at numbers and were like, no, Prot Warriors are not good. Like, they are really good. I'm pretty geared at this point. I can tank almost every boss in TK and SSC without even having a shield on. Like, I'm dual wield tanking, no problem, still uncrittable, and it's a good time. Certain bosses I do put a shield on, like Moragrim. I put a shield on for, let me think of TK. I think I actually put a shield on for Void Reaver, and that's about it in TK. But either way, like, Prot Warrior is incredibly good, and I think it's like just like super underplayed for no reason. It's actually, in my opinion, one of the most fun tanks to play as well. I also have a prop paladin, and I think that prop warrior is just infinitely more fun. So for me, you know, filling our roster, our raid roster, we're Horde on Night Slayer. Those would be my top 5 most in-demand classes and specs. It would be Enhancement and Elemental Shamans. It would be our Shadow Priests, your Affliction Warlocks, your Boomkins, and then, you know, I would say Prop Warrior, and you could even throw Arms Warrior in the mix there. We have a really good Arms Warrior with us. He's been with us for a while now. But I think that most DPS warriors you find are going to most likely be playing Fury. So I don't agree with that on the post. But other than that, I mean, the post was kind of accurate. But just my experience, and I guess everyone's experience with this, is going to be kind of fluctuating, right? It's not going to be the same for everybody. And also, by the way, you know, we're going to plug it here. If anyone is playing any of those, you know, 5 classes, like we need, you know, a Boomkin right now. We need an Affliction Warlock is like #1 prio for my guild. If you're playing an Affliction Warlock and you're watching this, you know, and you're decent at the game, feel free to comment down below and we'll check you out and maybe we can get you in the run. But aside from that, I think those have been the biggest struggle for me as a raid leader so far in the Burning Crusade. So definitely a little bit different than the list that they put out. But again, you know, Fury Warrior was on their list. I was playing Fury. So I guess that, you know, like I said, it's going to be different for everyone. And earlier on, we didn't have these issues. When we went into week 1 of phase 1, we had like a fully rounded out roster of like exactly what we needed to make ourselves have like the, you know, the perfect raid comp. We weren't missing a single buff or anything. We have a survival hunter, so we're kind of blessed with that. But let's just look really quick. I do want to look at the like the spreadsheet that they linked here. So let's look at this. So they're basically saying like, so this was for Gruul's phase, and this was for SSC. Rating pop-wise. I mean, yeah, Affliction Warlock's super low on here. Top 50. Like, I guess we'll just look at regular rating pop. Dreamsday Druid is literally less than 1%. Affliction Warlock, less than 2%. What else do we have that's pretty low? Demo Lock, not absolutely needed for a perfect comp. Fury is at 5.28%. So, unless I'm reading this wrong, like, yeah, this kind of does make sense, right? Like, Boomkins, 2.84%. Where would Survival Hunter be on here? Let's see. Marksmanship, Beast Mastery, Survival Hunter, 2.38%. Yeah, so that feels kind of accurate. Arms Warrior, 2.45%. Yeah, so I think for the most part, for most people, those are like the classes that are the most in demand. So if you're looking to like roll an alt right now and you're like, oh, I just wanted to have an alt where I could jump into pugs, always have a spot in these raids and like not have to fight for a raid spot if I just want to log on and pug, I honestly think you'll have no issues if you play any kind of shaman, realistically, a Boomkin, Shadow Priest, an Affliction Warlock, even a Destro Lock. Like every raid is stacking like 3 to 4 Destros, like all these pugs that I've been in. So I think those are your go-tos for sure. Pugging as a tank, it would be like a little bit difficult. So if you're going to play a warrior, I would say maybe arms would get you a better raid spot if you're trying to just like pug or jump in, you know, if you just want an alt, really. That's why I made this video. A lot of people are rolling alts right now and they want to play something that's needed, that they're going to have a raid spot in. So I think those would be my top choices. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, you know, your experiences filling your raids and what you think is most needed. But that's, you know, pretty much what I think. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/hammerdance. We stream Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You know, subscribe to the channel if you guys love Classic WoW just as much as me. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.